Everyone, this is a special day for me, for you as well, for those who know. This is Staying in the Light Society, and my name is Kaiser. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I got a lot of things to share with you today. I spent quite a wanted to come on at 6 o'clock on the dot. I like to do things like that. I spent a lot of time trying to cut off my chat because I don't really need that. Belong. Yeah, I'm still on live chat. Don't know how to get off of it. Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. So I won't be distracted by the chat. I'm just going to cover it up like you're not there. Yep. I know that's rude, but somebody's tapping into you, want to dialogue with you, have a question, and not all of it's negative. A lot of times, a lot of very intelligent questions people are asking. The point I'm making is that, or the point that's being made is that I have a real special message to give, to share, and I'm not to be disturbed. So I'm not going to allow you to disturb me. I'm going to ignore this chat. And if you hear things that rub you the wrong way, kindly just tap out. It's not for you. I know a lot of you all get joy in disrupting things. That's your reason for living. Like a devil, he loved to, you know, just cause confusion, change the subject. A lot of time people come on don't have anything to do with what I'm talking about. And my question is, why do you do that? You haven't been taught respect by your family. You don't know how to respect other people. I know this is an open forum, but be respectful. It shows your upbringing. It reflects your families. Your action reflects everything about you, and you should care about that. A lot of people don't even care. You should care how you're viewed by others. A lot of people already getting the thumbs up, so I like that. I like the thumbs up because they help rotate the video. This is a turning point in my being here because for over a couple of years now, going on 3 years actually, I've been just sharing information, sharing, just giving, not asking anything in return because I received it. However, I didn't just receive it out of the blue. I had to put myself under rigorous discipline, a way of life of cleanliness to be able to tap into the high vibrations. So I guard and protect my vibration because this is a divinity that needs to be protected. This is a special day, special day. Ever since I want to say April, no, actually last year, we started getting these these planetary alignments, these, what do you call them? Eclipses. Yeah, these eclipses, these suns, different type of sun and moons. All those are signs of a change in time, a new dispensation. This is a new cycle, the end of an age, so to speak. And the age is approximately 2,000 something years. It's all up there in the heavens. You just got to study and understand what you're looking at. How many of y'all even look at the sky at night when the stars out there? Well, it's a beautiful map out there telling you everything. And you don't have to really be a student of astronomy to understand everything. If you have some gifts, just looking, a lot of things will be made clear to you. But I don't mean just one night. You gotta follow the rotation of this map and how it moves. And you gotta know what that means. Everything means something. Everything has a meaning. That's the point I want to stress today. This is gonna be a long video. So if this is boring to you, you need to tap out now. You see, I'm not interested in clicks. A lot of people want to get a lot of clicks, and you don't go around. In other words, I don't have a lot of subscribers, so that's a turnoff for a lot of people. You rate me low on your scale because I don't have a lot of subscribers. So you rate that as a measure of my importance. That's a big mistake because you cannot measure an importance depending on how many are there. You can do it. I'm not saying you can't do it. I'm saying that's not really intelligent. But as I'm speaking of the heavens, I'm saying everything is planned. You know, when you meet certain people and you come in contact with different entities, it's not an accident. There's a reason why that person was brought to you, or you brought to that person. There's a connection y'all need to investigate, especially if it's male and female, because that's a balance in the universe. Gender, that's a law of the universe, the balance that's always crying out to be balanced. And the universe is always seeking to balance. It always seeking for balance. So what's being said is this: if you do nothing, if you do not do anything to try to be balanced as a person, if you're a man, finding the right woman for you, if you're a woman, finding the right man for you, if you do nothing, just say, I'm gonna wait, I'm not gonna pursue that. The universe is going to work for you. In other words, you don't have to pursue that. You just got to keep your eyes and ears open. So when people come into your life, they need to be investigated. Is that the one? And the way you do that is you have conversations, you talk, and you find out, oh man, this is just the type of person I was looking for, or I've been prepared for, or that has been prepared for me. But you got to communicate. Now, melanated men, we've been given a bad rap, and a lot of sisters, rightfully so. I'm not faulting them, but they have been disappointed so many times. They just don't want to take a chance anymore. They have made that statement, and I'm gonna clean it up. But when they say a N ain't S, you know what I'm speaking of. Yeah, that's a proverb y'all have for us. A NAS. So if you have that in your mind all the time, then you make that a self-fulfilling prophecy. Meaning the people that come into your life, you're gonna put them in that category. Not that they are in that category, but you place them there because of your lack of, I'll say, lack of intelligence, lack of will to investigate, lack of knowledge. Now, I'm really very selfish here. I'm making this video for myself because I want you to know that you have to open up. You got to talk to people. You don't have to. There's free will everywhere. If you want anything, there's a price to pay. The price you pay is attention. You got to pay attention. Nothing happens by coincidence. If I see a little boy throwing something away in the trash, and I call him, I say, "Hey, bring me that." It looked like something, a mirror, something salvageable, something somebody could use. And he brings it to me. And his mother's there. And she said, "Oh, I got some other things I'm going to throw away. You can have them as well." Now, my thought is this. One man's trash is another man's treasure. So why would you throw away something? Why would you? Yeah, people live off of trash. There's no shame in it. There's no shame in it. And not just the people who are in poverty. I'm talking about people who have wealth, do not like to throw things away. They give it to charity. They'll put it in use because the idea of trashing something, that's very low vibrating. You should have someone to give it to. If it's something that can still be used. In other words, look at it like this. That item has a life. When you trash it, you're destroying the life of that item. That's the way I look at it. So why don't you give the extension of the life of the item and keep it in circulation? That's why you have these different vendors on YouTube where you can resell something. You can put it in auction. Somebody wants it. Somebody would buy it. That's what I'm saying. People make a living doing that. People become millionaires doing that, reselling at things, baby. People throw away. They don't even have to go to the store and buy things that are relics, or because a lot of people don't know what they have. They do not know what they have. And why would you throw away something if you don't know the value of what you have? That's not very intelligent. I don't see no chat. I've been here 15 minutes. Maybe I did turn it off. Yeah, maybe I did. That's great. I can bring my message. I'm going to be here for about 30 minutes at least. So you take the items from the family and you resell it. However, you don't. The family don't keep in contact with you. You may make one or two calls, but however, if you call somebody and they don't have the vibration of the way they receive you is not what you deserve, then you just don't deal with that low vibration. You riding high in the sky. You don't deal with low vibration. So you don't keep in contact. However, if that person is important to you, the universe, and when I say the universe, I'm talking about entities in the universe because nothing happened without a person. Your guides, their guides and your guides going to find a way to bring y'all together again and say, hey, y'all supposed to build something together. Y'all need to try this again. And it was almost a year to the day when these things can happen. I'm just giving you a hypothetical, true situation. So you meet this person again, and the vibration is a lot higher. And they look so beautiful. You didn't recognize them. So you think you have found a connection because they make promises that they don't keep. In other words, I put it like this. I used to, when I meet women, that's all I'm interested in meeting. I'm not trying to meet no brothers. They say they're going to call me. I pin them down. I say, when? What time? Because you can't let that statement just go by. Because you know, and I know, that women will lie. But they're not really lying if they say they're going to call you and don't call you. Why? Because they don't say when. And and you can call somebody without being on the telephone. So you got to be very specific if you're going to let someone speak to you, telling you they're going to call you. I learned that a long time ago when I was really chasing them. I say, when? What time? Call me now. I see the men will have to take control of that because women are not obligated to call you. if they don't know you. So if they say that, it's not to be taken as first. It's to be taken as if I feel like it. And women don't chase men. When you see a woman so desperate, she's calling men. Women get so many offers throughout the day from men. They do not have to return any calls to any of them because they are the prize. Yes, women, you are the prize. Men have to call you. But I stopped doing that. I stopped saying, when you gonna call, what time, or why you didn't call, blah, blah. No, I don't do that anymore because I have elevated my vibration, my spirit. So if you, if I'm want to talk to you, sister, and you cannot feel me, you cannot feel my spirit, my vibration, my energy that tells you yes, yes, he's the one you want to talk to. If you can't feel me like that, I'm not going to pursue you because something should have spoken to you and let you know that there was no accident of someone coming into your life again. There's no coincidence, in other words. There's a reason why you're giving another chance. Yes, we're all given chances. Chances to do things right. But a lot of times you let things stop you. Sometimes people look at the way you dress. Oh, I don't want to talk to him. He's not dressed right. Women got that bad. You judge a man by the way he dressed. Now, do you know men don't know how to dress? You expect a man to know how to dress? No, beauty, order, matching clothes and things like that. That's your realm. That's what you do well. That's why you pretty well can tell a man uh, who's married by the way he dressed. No, he's not shabby at all. He got everything in order, even the colors matching his complexion, or let's say complimenting his complexion, because women know how to do that. And every time he go out, that's a piece of artwork that she has done. Yes, the way a man looks in public is his woman artwork. It's not him. We don't know how to do that. And I tell you, as man, we don't care about clothes that much. But women, you do. So don't reject a man because of the way he dress. Look at it like, oh man, I can work with that if he had this and that. You have in your mind's eye what he need to shine, what you can do to enhance his appearance. You already see it. And that's your purpose. But a lot of times society had made you hold back and not do that. Because of past experiences, past heartaches, headaches. You just don't want to be bothered. You don't have to, that's not your, in other words, it really don't have anything to do with you. Because when two people get together, what they're building, whether it's a business, it don't necessarily have to be another child. If it's a business or something, it's beyond you, the person. You got to stop looking at yourself and look at what can come from this. That's why you need male, because we're leaders. We can lead you to see things you may have not seen. We can inspire you to do things you did not know you could do. That's why I say there's an exchange. There's got to be a balance, male and female. If you just a male, you're not complete without your female counterpart. If you just a female, you're not complete with your male counterpart. Now the female can do a lot better without the male than the male can do without the female. Why? Because she's a mother. She gives life. So she definitely knows how to survive and take care of her family and take care of herself. She even got breasts that produce milk to feed her child. So don't that show you how powerful she is? Man, what a man gonna do? He ain't got no breast milk. He got muscles. He supposed to go out there and make something happen, build something, use them muscles to produce something. I hope y'all enjoying this because my 30 minutes is coming to a close. So what's the message? The message is that God, or what you call God, I may say the Creator, the higher being, He wants you to be balanced. He wants you to have and be all you can be. To do that, you got to be properly balanced. You got to have your male or female counterpart. And the universe really wants that for you. So if they bring someone back into your life that you had written off, yeah, I'm just thinking about my situation. Somebody told me they're gonna call me, and a whole year went by, and she had my number. Can I believe she gonna call me? She's gonna call me. She would have done it a long time ago. So I didn't believe that, but I didn't pursue it because I don't chase anymore. No, no, no. Because you chase, you give them the wrong idea that it's all about them, and it's not. They're a part of the situation, they're a part of the puzzle, but it's not all about them. Because you have value too. And if you're gonna trash a person without knowing them, just like you trash items that has a lot of value left in them, yeah, you want to do people like that, then I don't want to be around you. I don't trash anybody. If you come to my life, man, I'm gonna treat you like a queen, especially if we've crossed paths before, because we didn't make that meeting happen the second time. We may we didn't do it the first time. In other words, the idea is this. I think someone said if you meet someone and let them be free, let them fly away. Don't chase them. and then they come back at least a year later, just by coincidence, you think? No. That means y'all have something to do together. And you need to investigate that. You need to say, well, why this man come in my life? If you don't do that, if you don't feel you should do that, then you really are dead. And I really well, let me not put it like that. Let me say you're cheating yourself. You owe it to yourself to investigate. Otherwise you become an enemy. You know, like the enemy don't see any value in you. Yeah, he just ignores you like you don't exist. That's what you become to a person who could really be a benefit to you. You treat them as an enemy. So, my time is up. Thank y'all for listening, and I hope this message reached where it's need to go. Yeah, it looked like I did cut off my chat because nobody's there. Thank you again. And gee, this been a wonderful dialogue. Gee, I'm so grateful. Thank you.